Magnus plays this move rook e1. This is a very deep move. This move looks like it does absolutely nothing. But the point is to give the bishop a getaway square to f1 when this knight arrives. And now this knight is kind of clumsy. You know, you really want Magnus to take the knight. He's not going to, though. You know, he's not going to help black. And Sina plays the move f5. Now, here's the amazing thing about this position. I mean, it really looks like black is knocking on the door over here, right? The loan sharks have arrived in the mafia movie. It's time to pay up. No, we just make a getaway on the opposite side of the board. This is actually the best move. So it's so crazy to me that you can just push a pawn on the complete opposite side of the board, not meet the demands of the right side, and just be like, yeah, because in the future, I'm going to advance my pawns over here and crash through on that side of the board. Actually, it is Magnus putting pressure on his opponent to do something in the position, who plays h6. And you're just trying to, again, get more support for the pawn attack. Now Magnus plays rook a3. Rook a3 is ridiculous. Now, the move rook a3 is on such another level of chess. Rook a3 does two things. It gets off of this diagonal, and this knight is now protected. Right? You're not actually ever going to be pinned. If there is a world in which the rook ends up attacking black on this side of the board, I will lose my mind. That would be way too deep of an idea. Sina plays g5. Magnus now kicks out the knight. It's time for the knight to go. Sina knows that he can't take a step backwards against Magnus. That knight is there to die. Pawn takes e4, opening up the knight, the bishop, and the rook for the future. The knight here will be like a Trojan horse. If Magnus chooses to accept it, it could be a problem. Knight takes g5. Oh my goodness, we are getting real weird with it now. There was an argument to be made that this knight could take, but then this knight could actually slide out of there, so Magnus sacrifices his own knight first, and then he takes this knight, and now we get this position. And so from the opening, we have reached this weird little situation where for a moment it looks like black actually has no attack anymore. Magnus has blockaded, and ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the rook that is actually going to rotate to the other side of the board. How on earth did this crazy man know